try and explain how I attempt to measure the D radiuses. The important thing that works for me is to be able to block out this straight. You got a straight here, and you got the radius. Here's the radius you're wanting to measure, and then it starts as another straight right here. So what I actually do is try and block out the bottom part, and then block out the top part. So all I'm looking at is the radius right there. It seems to help me hone in a little bit better. Now I take my overlay. I'm going to start, we'll start with like a 16 here. Now, as I do the same thing to the overlay, kind of hold it and block the same thing out, you can see how the edges are touching the glass and there's light at the tip. And what you're wanting to look at is the light. You know, when you have that situation, that tells me that the radius on the overlay is too small. You need to go to the next biggest one. So now we're going to go to an 18. I'm going to do the same thing, kind of block it out there. You can see how the overlay is hitting the shadow of the glass, but there's light at the tip. So once again, this is too small. The overlay is too small. We need to go to the next one, which is going to be a 20. Block out your straights. You're only looking there. And once again, look at the amount of light that's in between the shadow and the overlay. That to me looks very, very good. Now, if you go too big, I'll exaggerate. What you're going to have is the actual tip of the overlay in the center is going to hit the shadow, and then you have light out towards the edges. That tells you the overlay is too big. This is actually a 22. And once again, I'm going to say it's a little bit too big. You know, we're probably kind of in between a 20 and a 22, so we can, you know, maybe call it a 21. But that's what works for me and always has. If you just kind of block out what you don't want to see, that way you're focused only on this area, and look at the amount of light that's in between there. Let me know if you have any questions.